Hello everyone. Myself, Professor Sakshi Gunde, Assistant Professor in the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering at AISSMS Institute of Information Technology. This presentation consists of the topic of BJT as an amplifier. In the previous introduction lecture, we have seen that semiconductor devices such as BJT and FET can be used as amplifiers. Amplifier is defined as the device which increases the strength of the input signal. This input signal can be of any form. Either it could be a power, a current signal, or a voltage signal. If the strength is power, then the amplifier is called as power amplifier. If it is a current, then it is called as current amplifier. Or if the strength is in terms of voltage, then it is called as an voltage amplifier. In this section, we are going to study about BJT as an amplifier. But before that, let us have a quick recall on what is BJT as a switch. As we all know, BJT has two applications. It can be used as a switch or it can be used as an amplifier. A BJT, that is a bipolar junction transistor, has three regions to work. First is an active region where a BJT goes from on state from off state. Second is saturation, that is a BJT is in complete on state. And third is the cutoff region where the BJT is in off state. When using as a switch, BJT should be in two regions. That is first completely on saturation region and second completely off, that is cutoff region. To be more precise with, BJT should be in saturation region for a switch to be on and BJT should be in cutoff region for a switch to be off. In the picture given below, we could see that when the switch is open, the LED is in off state. And when the switch is in on state, that is closed state, that is a base current is going through the BJT, NPN transistor, the LED is in on state. Unlike when using as an amplifier, BJT have to operate in active region. That is to be more concerned with the DC load line. What is this DC load line? This we will going to see in the upcoming lecture. Let us see in depth about this topic BJT as an amplifier one by one. In the picture, there is one BJT, that is one transistor who is saying that it can amplify our weak signal. In a BJT amplifier, a small input signal controls a large output signal. In this term, input signal is called as base signal and output signal is known as collector signal. Therefore, a small base current will control a large collector current. This can be understood with an example of a water tap. In the picture shown, we can imagine a BJT, a NPN transistor, as a tap there. The upper terminal is called as base, which controls the flow of water. The flow of water terminal is called as emitter and the control terminal is called as collector. The base of a BJT acts as a control flow. If the control is 0, no current will flow from collector to emitter. If the control of base is adjusted, then the current from collector to emitter will start flowing. Therefore, the current flow at the emitter terminal depends upon the adjustability of the base terminal. We will study common emitter called as CE amplifier, which is the most commonly used amplifier. In the circuit given below, input is applied at the base terminal. We can see V in is given to the base terminal and the current IB starts flowing through it. Output is taken from collector and the common terminal between input and output is emitter. That is why it is called as common emitter configuration. A small AC signal is applied to the base terminal which cause small change in base current, that is IB. Since we know collector current IC is equals to beta times IB, a small change in base current produces a large change in collector current. As a result, a large output voltage is developed across RC. And in this fashion, a small IB will give a large change in collector current at the output side. Hence, the signal will be amplified. One important point to remember is in a common emitter amplifier, the output signal is 180 degrees out of phase with input signal. That is, in the figure we can see, if Vin is given as a simple sine wave, then at the output side VO will be the out of phase version of the Vin. This is known as phase inversion. Thank you.